Thank you so much for joining us. Yazi sikhule thina ku-inventwa izinto. Whether you're talking about Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, and so many people. The Eurocentric world showed us our inventors. We held those people as idols, as if it was impossible for us of the darker shade to invent something. And if you read the Capitalist Nigger, the gentleman says, Tina, we consume. We never do anything that will be consumed by other nations. So to an extent, he's right. Ironically, by buying his book, we're consuming him, isn't it? But then, we found out, like recently, the inventor of Please Call Me is a black guy. Did we ever ask ourselves, no matter who came up with Please Call Me? And then we see this case and oh, it's a black guy. But today we are so happy to have another inventor, Thulani Khoza. Baba, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Please tell us where you're from.
Thulani Khoza, umfana wazalelwa in Natal Spruit.
Yes.
From Natal Spruit, between umama nobaba, I don't know what happened. But ngasithola sengihlala nomamkhulu wami eBushbuckridge.
Yes.
Ngafunda from eBushbuckridge until ngize ngenza grade 5, grade 6, and then ubhuti wami wangithatha wathi no is eJoburg. Mangifika la eJoburg ubhuti wami got sick. 1999 my brother died in February.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And uye bekangithathile ngilethe eJoburg, and because of that, obviously,
yes.
Then I found myself staying in the church because umuntu ongilethe eJoburg washona. So ngahlala esontweni until ngize ngiqede matric yami. From my matric university, which is Wits University. From Wits University, I did my master's in computer science. Ngaqeda masters in computer science. I went to Nottingham University. I did my software engineering in London. And then I did my MBA with Harvard University.
Oh, so much dirty talk. Wow. Yeah. Harvard University, Nottingham, Ngampa. I'm very proud of you, but let me take you back, brother. A separation of a family nucleus is usually detrimental to people. You can be a child that grows in that family. No matter how gifted you are, it's always going to affect you if your parents go separate ways. If something dysfunctional a family. Right now, they are very intelligent kids. But in the babulalayo is not knowing how to deal with this drama eyenzeka ekhaya. You know what I mean? You were an A student, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But how then did you manage just to build a cocoon around first the separation of your family or whatever drama that you were facing at the time?
One of the things that I did, I want to be great. And you're growing up with poverty. You don't have obviously your mindset will change, and when you change your mindset, you're actually channeling yourself and positioning yourself to be the person that you want to become. And obviously these things, the last time I said uma we champion, there's things that you if we champion a boxer, there's things if you champion a boxer, so now I'm position and you know what, there's things that I'm not supposed to do. When other people are going for parties, when other people are going to drink, I'm just going to separate myself because I want to be great.
What can you say to young people in terms of achieving that champion mentality? Yes, you are saying we must deprive ourselves, but there must be things 2 or 3 in maintaining the discipline, because there's a difference between the desire to be a champion and actually walking the footstep of the champion, and actually when the sacrifices ends a champion.
As Exxon, when I was driving with my business partner, we were coming here. The first thing is figuring we were hungry. Now, when you are hungry, it means you want to buy something.
Yes.
But when you are starving, it means you don't have anything in you. You don't have a plan. You don't have anything. I want a plan. So basically, I was starving. And that starving, you and leader, I want to be great. yiyo engilide ukuthi ngikhona ukuseparate nabanye abantu, yiyo engilide ukuthi ngikhona ukuqabanga ngenye indlela abanye abantu bangaqabangi ngayo, because I wanted to be great, and I wanted to break boundaries as well. My family, akekho umuntu ophasa imatric kahle. My family, akekho umuntu university. I wanted to be the first, not only to go to university, just any university. I wanted to be amongst the best university in the world. You know, one of the vision and one of my dreams, Uguti, when I die, I want to die with at least 8 or 10 degrees. That is possible.
Well, wow. What you're saying is you don't only want to affect your community, your country, you're affecting humanity. And one of the things that we do is to invent something engayuzwa umhlaba, isn't it though?
For sure.
But I still want to stay with you on some couple of issues as well, if you allow me, sir. Indaba ye funding then, how do you, because a young person watching you might say, good, you know, that's all well and good, but I've been struggling to get funding. I'm intelligent, straight A, and in your sogola uktole funding, you're mentioning ama universities aphezulu. Ufike kanjani lapho?
Firstly, obviously, mangifunda at high school, the first thing I was to get my distinctions, which I got 9 distinctions. And that was the first thing that I did. And after I get to 9 distinctions, obviously, bazaring at all. But bazar most of the time, I offer a registration fee and all of those things. Ngahamba ngosebenzela any company logistic. When abantu ebusuku balele mina, I was busy. We were going to deliver, you know, so deliver Pepsi, so that in Konuk raise le 7,000 benyidinga for a registration. And you know, by God's grace, ngakhuluma nalomuntu owner that logistic company, what you know, it's fine, you can come. You know, there were days where bengifunda ngise tracking ngihlele kaso ngiphethe incwadi but ngifunda, but my goal was ukuthi ngifuna le 7,000 ukuze ukuthi ngikhona ungena, because I knew already ukuthi distinction bengizowathola.
Jeez. So you're coming from a background that has hurt and struggled. Now, who do you take after intellectually? Because there must be something positive. There must be something in the generation, maybe not your immediate parents, but somewhere down the line, I must look and say, I took after my grandfather, I took after my mom.
It's a mixture of ubaba no mama. The reason why ngisho njalo ukuthi manje njengoba sengikhona ukuhlangana nomama wami, you know, nobaba wami, I've realized ukuthi, you know, both of them, you know, barana ama business wabo, and that alone, you know, it shows ukuthi okay kushuthi ukuhlakanipha ngikuthathe kubo bethu.
Do you ever talk to them as an adult now as to why they went their ways and why things happened?
You know, one of the things engasitshela yona ukuthi angifuni ukuthi ngiko through that pain ukuthi ngifuna ukubabuza ukuthi kwenzakaleni and all that. Into bengifuna ukuyenza nje ukuthi ngibe ne peace, ngazi nangu mama nangu baba, it's fine, they are both omunye ule, but it's fine. If I want to visit, I'll visit them.
They love you?
They love me, they support me if I need their support, and yeah.
Are there other siblings or who you want?
No, khona siswami, but kumamam C2.
Okay.
Njoba C2 so, and then nang no babam.
Okay.
All right. No siswami no baba.
No babak, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Your biography holds no bars, man, in terms of what you are saying and how you grew up and the things as in one of the saddest things I read was and I thought you were brave in saying this, was you were sexually abused by relatives?
Yeah.
Isn't it difficult for you to share such a thing, Babu Khoza? Really?
It is difficult, but at the same time, it's not. You see, yonke into engo through yon, it's not for me. It's for the nation. One of the things enyazi yongamo ukuthi, I am a chosen leader, and uNkulunkulu has set me apart. I'm a peculiar person, which I'm different from other people. And whatever that has happened to me, ukuthi ngikhona ukukhansela omunye umuntu oseNigeria, oseGhana, without ukuthi mina ngifike kubona.
Jeez. Oh, my gosh. 2 incidences. Yeah. Aren't you angry? Don't you want to kill a person? Don't you want to wring their heads, their necks? Don't you want to shame them? How do you, a mere human being, cope with that? I mean, you nearly lost your life, man.
Let me tell you a story about when I was in the UK. I had a privilege of sharing a stage with General Colin Powell. After speaking with General Colin Powell, he then called me aside. He said to me, Thulani, are you sure that you have forgiven your mother? I said, yes. He said to me, on the second Master step again on the stage to speak, I'm going to call you. And then he said to me, the reason why I'm calling you is because I'm preparing you for your greater journey. You need to make sure that you let go of your bitterness, you let go of your anger. And in that way, that will determine your greatness.
General Powell, my gosh. The Bible says, your name shall put you in front of great men and emperors, my man. You know? It's because I ask these questions, as difficult as they are to learn, because there are some of us that got, I'm a problem, nyana, man. Do you know what I mean? And my mom always argues with my dad, you know, and then, you know, I've got these little problems.
For sure.
And I make them as an excuse for not stretching myself, not being successful. You know, I lose my mind because I get responsibilities, the kaya. You know, my parents don't understand me, you know. They're not vibing with me right now, you know. And then, and there are people like you in this world that have seen and gone through the worst thing. And you're still coming up great. So I commend you for sharing that life with the nation, so that people can know what it can be the hardest thing in life, but you can always pull through.
Mukarabo, he's my business partner. We work together, and we are actually building a legacy together.
All right. What is it that, you know, when you're building a partnership, especially in the black community, we always start well and we end up disastrous. You know what I mean? What sort of qualities were you looking for in terms of the man that you are, the values that you are, the intellect? Clearly there must be someone that complements that, although by the synergies of that partnership.
It's synergies, no, Karabo, it's very strong. It's Kuluma Ngoguti will not allow the third person to come between us. And also, whatever that happens in the room, it stays in the boardroom. Must get to Puma, Puma no Karabo si chat, you know, and have fun and have drinks together without us. Good to see revert back to but do boardroom besilo senza so and so. So basically so connect separate umsebenzi wethu ne personal life yethu. Yabo like izolo we did have a bit of, you know, singa understand that, but lokho azange kusenza ukuthi manje singakhona ukusupportana, you know. Ngimfonele ekseni ngathi I'll be doing this, and then he said to me, no, I'll be there. You understand?
Yeah, because that's where we miss it, isn't it? Yes, we are friends. And yeah, we boys, man, but the greater and the bigger picture is what we're trying to impact the world ngayo. We cannot lose sight of that, because abanye abantu, they cannot deal with that difference.
For sure.
Wrong. You shouldn't take it personally,
no,
because we're
personal.
friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we've seen our partnership just fall away. I mean, you had one of the biggest hip-hop partnerships ever, Jay-Z, not Damon Dash, on you know, and that partnership fell off because of things, you know, and sometimes our partnership fell. We had Bulldogs Entertainment with my former partner. We discovered Abom Zambi, Abom Shows, Abom Sawawa, but because of personal things that where we cannot separate the personal from the business, you know, here we are, that's gone. Do you know what I mean? And we look back and we're like, that we could have stayed the cause.
For sure. You know, one of the important things is that you need also to separate yourself from your own emotions. Now, one of the things that kills us, Uguti, in each and everything is sifakama emotions. And once you start thinking with your own emotions, and then you are killing the whole thing, capacity, your intellectual capacity, it's been overpowered by our emotions. So now you need to be at a space whereby you don't use your emotions, but you use your intellectual to actually think and reason things and be able to get answers out of whatever lentos van kulmangai with your partner.
Mates, now that we found out about one half of Thule's Telecoms, Masibuya Sokuluma Nobaba Okarabo, who is the MD of your company, and find out more about their inventions.